What's up, friends? Welcome back to another one of our Swell Runner videos or whatever. I'm really excited to share a lot of stuff with you today, but I wanted to rewind really quick, just kind of go back a couple of months, because a couple of months ago, the super great guys at Get Lost Box, they sent me this, and they sent it to me with the expectation that I would open it on camera, give a review or whatever. To the team at Get Lost Box, I'm sorry it took me so long to get to this. Things have been really busy, but I wanted to spend a second and just, I don't even know what's in this, but let me tell you a little bit about what Get Lost Box is. So basically you subscribe, you can come here and you can choose your box. You've got the Explorer subscription, the Overland subscription, and the Adventurer subscription. In the past, the Overlander box was the Boulder 32 ounce insulated bottle with strainer by EcoVessel, Boulder Blues. The Adventurer box in the past, in May, there was a Boulder 32 ounce insulated bottle, Boulder Blues, Holy Green Sachet, whatever, wet dry body wipes. And in April, there was the Paraframe 2 Tanto. I think one of the reasons why subscription boxes have become so popular in the last couple of years is because you can just kind of like, you can sign up, you can pay a monthly fee, and you can get cool stuff every month. And sometimes it's not always something that you planned on, but something that maybe you have wanted or could use. And it says here it's kind of like Christmas every month, and that is kind of like Christmas, because Christmas time, you know, it's kind of fun because sometimes you're not really sure what you're going to get, but you have some hopes for some things, and that's kind of what this is like. I guess we should probably open this and see what this was, because I don't really remember when I got this in. But so we've got a little tiny bag here, stickers, a map compass, bison, grass-fed bison jerky. You can never have too many tree trunk protectors. Yeah, something you can put all your goodies in, which actually, this is gonna come in handy because I've been wanting to build a recovery bag just to have in the garage, so that if we take the wife's Land Cruiser out on something, I don't have to keep recovery, because I keep recovery gear in the 4Runner all the time, but the Land Cruiser is more of a family vehicle, not super practical. I was gonna pack a recovery bag so that we can grab and go whenever we go exploring the Land Cruiser, like we did yesterday, actually. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys sending me this box. I got one more thing to show you. Okay, something else that I wanted to talk to you about was these guys, these Sturdy Brothers. You saw it in the B-roll that I just did a second ago. These guys are craftsmen. I mean, like, this stuff is super cool. So I wanted to have a tool roll. I have like a tool roll, but it's crappy. I don't remember, I guess I got it on Amazon. It holds like wrenches and stuff. These tool rolls, I mean, I haven't opened them. They sent these to me a couple of months ago. They've literally been sitting in a box and they moved them across country. But these things, they look like they are totally overbuilt. You'll have to go on the website, check them out. But if you want something, if you want really high quality, handmade, craftsman-like tool roll stuff, this is what you're looking for. These are the kinds of things that, like, I mean, like the leather, everything is just so thick. It's the kind of thing that you'd get and you'd have for like 50 years. And then when like you're older, you could pass it down to your kids. Check these things out. Maybe I ought to do some B-roll of these real quick. Thanks so much for sending these to me, guys. I really look forward to, frankly, beating the crap out of them and seeing how they hold up. I'm sure they're gonna hold up just fine. If you have any interest in these at all, if you wanna check them out at all, go to sturdybrothers.com. There's something I've been thinking about a lot lately, and it's the term overlanding. And I know what the definition of overlanding is. I mean, if you Google definition of overlanding, sort of the textbook definition of overlanding is like, it's like adventure travel to remote destinations where the journey is the principal goal, not the destination. And I kind of agree with that and kind of disagree with that, because I also, even though the destination, like for me, whenever I go on trips, I like to move every day, even though that destination changes every day, it's still also a little bit about that destination, but also what I experience along the way. And I also think about overlanding, for me, it's about adventure. It's about, you've heard me say this before, it's about seeing things I've never seen before, doing things, going places that I've never gone before. You know, this past February, I went on a trip with Kevin and Sarah McHouston with Lifestyle Overland. Never before have I stayed or camped in a place as enchanting as this. Kevin and Sarah were asking me yesterday, they said, what do you want to do? What do you want to see? What's your goal for this trip? And I said, I want to see things that I've never seen before. I want to see picturesque, I want to see scenic, I want to see things that are unbelievably mind-blowing, unbelievably beautiful, unbelievably gorgeous. And that was definitely accomplished on that trip. Last month when I went through Ouray, Colorado, it was the same thing. My mind was blown. I was completely blown away at how amazingly beautiful it was there. As I've kind of been thinking about this, I guess let me back up and explain to you why I've been thinking about this. There's kind of something that's been happening on social media, and I honestly, I've kind of shut it all out, so I'm not sure exactly how active it is like in the last couple of months, but there's like these overland memes and these things that are like kind of coming online where, I mean, I get it. This satirical humor is, it's entertaining for some people, maybe even a lot of people. I don't care for it. I think humor at the expense of other people, particularly if it's hurtful, I don't support that at all. I don't like it. I just don't like it. And maybe it's because I've got really, really soft feelings. I'm okay with that. That's fine. But I don't participate. You know, when those kinds of guys like interact with me on social media, I just block it and get it out of the way, because I don't care for it. But it's kind of caused me to think like what is overlanding to you? And this was kind of something that Kevin and I were talking about at Overland Expo West a few months back, and we had intended on spending time with you guys. As we met you and bumped into you at the event, and we just didn't have time. And so I started thinking about like how I could just kind of explore this, like just kind of explore the meaning, like what does overland mean to you?
Just getting out, having fun, spending time with family, the community, freaking awesome, and just having fun.
So what does overlanding mean to me? Well, I'll tell you, I've been an off-roader for a very long time. And so overlanding is kind of a new concept for me. Over the last year, I've really started to embrace it, because here in Southern California, I've got some amazing trails that you can just head out for the day, have a great time exploring and doing some off-roading, and then head home. But what I'm finding is that I want to venture out a little further and have some more adventures in some new locations. And to drive 2, 4, 6, 8 hours to get there, hit the trail, and then drive home makes for a very long day. So having the ability to kind of slow down, enjoy where I'm at, and camp overnight for a day or two, and just really kind of embrace the location that you're at, man, has made things so much more enjoyable.
So my definition of overlanding, it's about exploring the outdoors, about getting out, not just driving out there, but getting out of your vehicle. It's about camping, it's about mountain biking, it's about canoeing, whatever you like. It's about getting outside. And I think it's important to share it with your friends and family, whoever you're close with. I think it's important. If you have kids like me, it's important for you to take them out.
So what does overlanding mean to me? I think the biggest thing is the sense of adventure I get. You can plan and you want to be safe, but I think you just need to get out there and explore. There's a lot of people that are doing that right now. But I think, what does it mean for you, and what is your sense of adventure for you? Hatchet's been a 3-year build, but I just started as soon as I bought it. I literally went out and started camping.
Being that I have a four-wheel drive vehicle, I've seen places that I've never seen before, and what's cool about it is I have a machine that will put me there and take me there and give me opportunities to, you know, just see things. I've got a 2016 Toyota 4Runner. I use it to explore, I use it for my business, I use it to hang out with my family. We just recently acquired this tent up there, so it's making our overland experience a lot better.
The question for me is, what is overlanding? Overlanding is a lifestyle. Overlanding is a trip of multiple destinations where the destination is really where you're going to sleep that night or have lunch that day, making the journey more important than the destination.
Just let me know when we need to start. Oh, it's already rolling. I was waiting for a blinking red. Oh, it doesn't have a blinking red light. Really, what kind of camera doesn't have a blinking red light? This one, apparently. Got it. Okay. Well, hi. I'm Jeff, and was asked the question, and I actually get the question asked quite a bit. What is overlanding? What does overlanding mean? But more importantly right now, the question that's asked is, what does overlanding mean to me? We all have day-to-day jobs. We all have things that call us, whether it's family, whether it's other commitments and work on top of. But overlanding to me is an opportunity to disconnect. It's an opportunity to take that time and appreciate things around me.
Overlanding to me is about freedom. That feeling you get with a full tank of gas, a capable adventure rig, and a map. Any dot you point out on the map, you can know you can get to comfortably, and you can still get home comfortably. When I'm at work on a Friday, thinking about where to go with the rig packed up, it's a nice feeling knowing that you can just take off on a Friday as a weekend warrior, get out to very remote destinations and find that solitude and still get back in time for work on Monday morning.
To me, overlanding is the confluence between the outdoors, nature, wildlife, the history of a place, the ecology of a place, and then secondly, the exploration of that place and finding things out about the place, finding things out about yourself while you're there, and lastly, the vehicle. Having a vehicle that is rugged enough to take you places that are off the beaten track.
I've built this truck pretty much from the stock foundation, and I've added parts to it for what I see as necessary and for the experience that I've come and seen what I needed to, I guess you could say, be off-road and be safe about it.
So it's about exploring, right? It's about camping, hiking, mountain biking. It's about getting outside, and that doesn't mean you need all these fancy Nancy products or whatever. If you have the money, go for it, right? But I think the most important thing is gas. Save up for that gas, especially if you have a vehicle like mine that requires a lot of it. Takes a little bit of time to warm up. My neighbors hate me. Also, check out my channel, Overland Nomad. Check it out.
Now, I have a rooftop tent and a refrigerator, and they're not required. They are definitely luxury items, but I will tell you, they have made a world of difference for me. You know, getting a great night's rest up on that tent with the mattress, oh, it's awesome. And having some great food when you stop for lunch or having a meal at dinner with the refrigerator and the ability to cook, man, it's made things so much more enjoyable. It's really kind of transformed my ability to off-road and now stay out longer and longer and just have some great adventures. But really what's been cool about the Overland community is the people I have met. There are so many like-minded people that I've met that have enjoyed, you know, taking their vehicles out and just exploring and hitting the trail, stopping, camping, and just embracing where you're at. There's so many great folks out there.
I think community comes to mind. I've met some amazing people, both locally here in the same city, across the US, and even internationally. People are very eager to share information. It could be information on what's the latest gear I should get for my Jeep or whatever I'm driving, best recovery gear, best storage solution, what have you. It could be simple as, hey man, I screwed up, I lost my water. Can you help me out?
Hi everyone, I'm Michael from Overland Bound, and I was asked what overlanding means to me. Now that is a super fun topic, but I was only given 2 minutes to say what it is.
Okay, so this is technically true, but Michael, I was just trying to give you guidelines as to like about how long you should make it, because I mean, let's face it, I know you're a busy guy, and I just didn't want you to feel like you had to work on this like all day or whatever. So anyway, are you ready? Steady, go!
Overlanding is a trail famously used by the Overland Stage Company, owned by Ben Holliday, to transport mail and passengers up to Salt Lake City, Utah, and other areas of the western United States. That was in the early 1860s. It is also the name of the Willys Overland Motor Company that built the first 360,000 Jeeps in contract with the U.S. Army back in World War II. And overlanding is vehicle-dependent travel. Let's talk about what it's not. Overlanding is not a contest. It is not over water. That would be called boating. And it is not membership to an exclusive club that requires off-grid travel for weeks or months, even a four-wheel drive vehicles, crossing international borders, a jaunty cap, smelling like a caribou, driving a Defender 110, though those are awesome, or a Toyota, or a snorkel, and you can leave your political agenda on ice. Speaking of ice, you don't need a refrigerator in your rig, and you don't need to wear over 65% khaki. It's not about how much money you spend, though if you buy it, not build it, that's okay too. It certainly isn't about the make or model of your vehicle, and it's not for troublemakers, because overcoming any real obstacle requires the support of your community. Also, on a personal note, if you're worried about whether you or he or she or anybody else is a legit or real overlander, just go talk to somebody about it. That's about you, not overlanding. Just do it in private. Okay, so what's it all about? Run what you brung, get in your rig and go. Overlanding represents the spirit of exploration, adventure, innovation, and human kindness. It's all the best parts about being human and being connected with something that is real. Real because you are a nomad, you're an explorer and a wanderer. You can't help it, it's in your DNA. We've always been explorers, we always will be. Without the unknown, we are not whole. Adventure is necessary. We thrive and live our best life when we're overcoming obstacles and challenges. It makes us better humans. We leave it better than we found it, so that others may follow, and we help one another. Overlanding is for anybody with adventure in their heart that needs to go farther, do more, and thrive while helping your fellow humans. You are an overlander. Outfit and explore.
I mean, you could tell that Michael really has put a lot of thought into what overland means to him. You know, overlanding to me, I agree with everybody. Thank you, Brad, AJ, Paul, Ryan, David, everybody that contributed to this project. I know that I've been sitting on this footage for a little while. It's just been, I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to work with you guys and to be able to finally get this out. Overlanding to me is like, obviously vehicle dependent travel, but I love off-roading. I love, traveling in my 4Runner. I love the vehicle dependency aspect of it. I love traveling to places and seeing places that aren't necessarily easy to get to because they might tend to be a little bit more remote and maybe even more raw. I love seeing places that I've never seen before. I love having these experiences. I love sharing them with my kids and with my family. I guess it comes down to exploration and adventure. I just really love that. I've always had this sort of like adventuresome side of me, and it really helps me fulfill that. Something that kind of came up a lot in this movie, and it's something that I've heard a lot of. It's the sense of community that comes with sort of identifying with this term overlanding. I mean, obviously people have been off-roading and camping and doing all of the things that like overlanding consists of forever. I mean, really, but giving it a term, it gives this like sort of combination of everything we're doing, an identity that we can all just sort of like kind of get behind. So I know that there's like, some of this like, I don't really know how to describe some of these meme accounts and this like you're not an overlander or an overlander's this or overlander's that. I guess I just don't buy into any of that stuff, because for me, if you want to explore and have an adventure, whether you're going off-road, whether you're camping, whether you're not, it doesn't really matter, right? What matters is that you are doing what you want to do and that you're enjoying yourself. That's really what it comes down to, right? I've met so many awesome people. I've met so many great people that have been extremely helpful, that have been so supportive in everything that we've done, particularly for us being new and, you know, trying to learn. I've met I really haven't ever bumped into anybody on the trail or online or anything else that hasn't just been really kind and gracious and generous even with their time. I just want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for all of the kind things that you've said to me and to us, and really just appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Jason Kirchie. This is my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're not subscribed, click the little subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the like button, share it with your friends if you found it useful or entertaining, and really appreciate the support. And speaking of support, I know that a lot of people have reached out to me and said, hey, you know, when are you gonna sell more patches? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a designer. I don't really like designing stuff. If you got any cool, fresh designs for patches, any cool, fresh like ideas anyway, reach out to me. I've got a link in the description below for the website contact form, and you can reach out to me and give me some ideas. I'd love to collaborate or partner with you. I'm out of fresh ideas, and I'm tired of my old designs. So I'm sorry if you want some of those, but it is what it is. Also, speaking of, you know, like stuff that we're selling or whatever, I'm sorry I do all this with my hands. I just cleaned up our Shopify store, and we've got tons of great, actually we used to have tons of great stuff, but like nobody bought any of that stuff. So I got rid of everything that people don't buy and just got down to a couple of the shirt designs that we sell, a couple of sweatshirts. And so I know I was wearing my Swell Runner shirt earlier. So yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. It's one of the gray ones. I've got gray ones, colored ones, all kinds of stuff. It'd be great if you'd support us. I'm gonna put a 10% coupon code down below as well. And so yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.